I saw Northerners and non-Nigerians praying for Tinubu's government to succeed while I was in Mecca, Dokubo. Alhaji Asari Majid Dokubo went live on Facebook many hours ago to speak about his experience in Mecca, where he saw people from different parts of the world praying for President Bola Tinubu's government to succeed. He said, "I am currently in Mecca, and even in the midst of stress, I was shocked to see Northerners and even non-Nigerians praying for President Tinubu's government to succeed. He doesn't even know these people, and I know he will succeed." People that did not take a dime from him are praying for him, and inshallah, the president will succeed and will take Nigeria to where we want it to be. The president will succeed. Thousands of people are praying for him, and I will advise him not to get involved in the killings happening in Igbo land, so they will not say he is the one that sent them. First of all, if you are listening to Asari Dokubo, you are actually in trouble, because this man has just progressively, in the political space, lost his value. So it's like, whatever he says at this point, he's never going to be taken seriously, because the things he said, especially about Igbos in the past, about the past government lobbying even Tinubu for a position in the Niger Delta, him all of a sudden turning Muslim and he's affiliating with the North. Like, since when? And this is somebody who was part of the ex-militant group in South Nigeria, and where the oil actually is. And so he was bringing up, young men having this militant group trying to defend the oil and, prevent oil theft. And the next thing, Tinubu's won. This is someone who was a high critic of the past government, of the same political party. And all of a sudden, Asari Dokubo is Alhaji Asari Mujahid Dokubo. And I'm like, wait, change of name. Okay, great. He's changed his religion. But for someone who has gone back and forth in government, especially with his statements, who he supports, because for someone who was protecting the oil in the Niger Delta, all of a sudden is asking Tinubu to, watch out for the military and how the military is, involved in oil theft. And it's like, wait, but you were not complaining for the past how many years, and now this oil theft by the military that the military is involved in and the military is silencing you now got you so upset, and now you're talking about it. And since then, he's just been a supporter of the Tinubu government. And I'm like, excuse me. And first of all, Asari Dokubo likes to exaggerate a lot. I highly doubt, but which non-Nigerians who care about Tinubu? Tinubu where, how? Like, he's not somebody in the Nigerian political space that or he's known for something so... even when he was governor, he wasn't like, okay, fine, all over the world, Tinubu this, Tinubu that, and, praying for his administration. Northerners, I am not going to be surprised that they're praying for him. Fair enough, because, they take their religion very seriously, and so the affiliation to who they think, is sent from God and all that, important spiritual stuff, great. But non-Nigerians praying for Tinubu's administration to succeed, this man just looks like he just wants to, get on the good sides and good graces of those that are in power. Now, first comment, Igbo people will never do that because they're the enemies of Nigeria. Interesting. Another comment says, Igbos will remain slaves until eternity in Nigeria since they do not believe in one Nigeria, and they will regret it and their number one portion in their entire life. Not sure. Igbos have a very, very dark heart. Do you believe that? Very interesting. If you listen to their prayer points one after the other, you sycophant. Every day is for the thief, one day is for the owner. Keep currying favor, keep courting attention, but no one knows tomorrow. Regardless, you can say all these things, but it's like the people working against you, when it's time for them to collaborate, you see they don't care. When it's time to go to the markets and, appease the women, they'll do that. When it's time to give out a rice and 5 naira to people in the north and say, oh, vote for me, and they sell their votes, they'll do that. But when it's time to actually defend the people, and, when it comes to terrorist attacks, gunmen, herdsmen attacks, you see that the government just turns mute, and then all of a sudden, you see how they're so powerful and they talk a lot to how they just accept and, in fact, act like they're blind. Do you mean that you did not hear the Yorubas praying the same prayer because Igbos were not there? they were all Christians, but Yorubas were there. I'm unsure what this person is saying. Oh wow, they're actually very, very intense comments. Anyways, as I say, do not let these people use your emotions and get very, very upset. It's fine to analyze and say how, and see what is going on and just keep informed. That's the best thing you can do. But I think you also have to be aware that, journalists, sycophants like Asari Dokubo who churn out different kinds of content to just, trigger Nigerians, get their names trending. And as I say, when we listen to people like Asari Dokubo, we make him trend. That's the thing. Because right now we could not be talking about Asari Dokubo, but people would take what he says very personally. And, these people don't care about bad or good publicity. Publicity is publicity. So if it gets him, closer and on the good sides of, the present administration, then you can't be surprised that, Asari Dokubo would do that. So as I say, because, you look at when people are on social media and they say the most disrespectful, you'd even wonder the kind of lives they live to even think of such insults. Insults that cuts across our history as slaves, that cuts across tribe, religion, traditional religion, traditional worshippers. And I'm like, how would you insult someone across those lines so deeply, so descriptive, so intensive? Like, you must be really pained. And that's why I say, as much as the government will trigger you, you also cannot be victim to them playing with your emotions every single time, because with whatever they say, this person met with this person, and they're from opposition parties, then you start getting triggered and you start putting comments. You just have to control how you react, because at the end of the day, consistency is never what they prove. You will find another story tomorrow that would make you very upset. But what I think, and don't forget to like and subscribe.